from coming here. If you haven't already made the journey, inshallah, we encourage you to make the journey towards Iraq, to book your tickets and come join us on this Mashaya from the holy city of Najaf towards Karbala.
We actually went to the same area where the rumoured protests were still ongoing.
Yes.
And alhamdulillah, it was, mashallah, it was empty. Just increased security forces, and that was about it. So I do encourage anyone who has booked a ticket towards Baghdad or booked a ticket towards Najaf, if you are discouraged to come because of these rumours that you're hearing, please don't listen to these rumours. Myself and Mohsin Shah have already come. We've already seen the situation, and alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, it's perfectly safe, it's perfectly fine. So do make your way, do not be discouraged. There is millions of people. They are like a never-ending black river coming.
Indeed.
You just see people wearing sawad, walking towards from Najaf to Karbala. Don't be discouraged. These millions of people haven't been. Why should you be? Come towards the Arbaeen, come towards Najaf, come towards Baghdad, and start your walk towards Karbala, towards Abi Abdullah al-Hussein.
Minhal, I wanted to ask you a question. I wanted to say that, you know, the Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa alihi, he says that in the mu'min there's like a burning fire in their heart for Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. These people below walking towards Imam al-Hussein. What do you think is in their hearts?
Like I said, every single one of them has a different burn. Every single one of them has a different thing with Abu Abdullah. Some have come to seek health. Some have come to seek wealth. Some have come on basically the pure niyyah to be able to visit Abu Abdullah, just to be able to see his beautiful dome, to be under his beautiful dome. You know, it's different for every single person. It's different. You don't know what's in their heart. And that's what's so beautiful, because whatever's in their heart, it's driving them towards Abu Abdullah. It may be different for everyone, but it all comes together and stems into one thing, which is Abi Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam and Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam.
I mean, it's like every year people come. Every year the same people come. You know, and it's inspiring and motivational. Our people from Basra, deep in the south of Iraq, find the energy, the courage, and also find the niyyah. We discussed niyyah yesterday. The niyyah to actually say, I'm going. I'm getting up. They pack a small carrier bag, some of them. They get up and they start walking towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein.
But don't forget, when me and myself and yourself, we went to the Mawqib last night, didn't we?
Yes, yeah.
In 1087.
Yes.
It was people from Pakistan. They've come all the way from Pakistan to set up a Mawqib, to give mango juice towards the Zawar of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Throughout this whole way, you're talking from Basra to Karbala, from Baghdad to Karbala, you're talking everywhere. There is a Mawqib serving the Zawar. Whether it's a massage, whether it's juice, whether it's tea, whether it's food they're serving, whether they're giving medical advice, medical help, pharmacists, dentists, everything you can possibly imagine is on this walk from Najaf to Karbala. And that's why, if any of you are discouraged from coming because you fear that there is no shelter, you fear that there is no food, you fear that there is nothing to drink, I tell you, this is the walk to Abu Abdullah. You are in the city of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. And we know that Ahlul Bayt are the most generous of the generous.
Definitely. So
this whole walk is a representation of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein's generosity, with all these mawaqib serving the Zawar of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein.
For those of you who are thinking of coming, for those of you who haven't made the niyyah yet, make the niyyah, get your way down towards Iraq. Go see Amir al-Mu'mineen in Najaf, go pay your respects and your salams, and walk towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. If there's toilets you need, there's plenty of toilets. If there's a shower you need, there's plenty of showers. If you've got a rip in your clothes, just the Mawqib just there, 4 doors away, just over there, have a sewing machine and are sewing people's clothes. They're sewing the clothes of the Zawar. If there's food you need, you name the food, we have it. Falafel, kebab, the rice, whatever you need, we have to give towards.
If your pram gets broken, there's mawaqib to fix your prams. If your leg gets broken, there are doctors on the way, all the way through. Everywhere. If you need a certain type of medication, we have pharmacists all across the walk. So do come down. please, we'd love to see you, and come visit us in Mawkib in Pole 1114, 1114, and we'd love to hear your stories. We'd love to hear how you heard about the channel. We'd love to hear how you came towards Iraq. We'd love to hear how you had your, for example, visa complications and you overcame it. You were resilient enough to come to Abi Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam.
MashaAllah, the weather here has been beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, when we first came, it was extremely hot. You're looking at nice British summer, 35, 38 degrees. And then last night it was raining.
Thunderstorms.
And the rain didn't stop the Zawar. It was raining, and it rained for a good hour and a half, let's say roughly.
But it rained twice.
Maybe, yeah.
It rained twice.
2-3 times it was raining. It still didn't stop the Zawar from coming and walking towards Karbala. It still didn't stop millions and millions flocking towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. And in reward for their struggle and for their patience, I mean, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has cooled down the temperature to a nice 25. It's lovely and beautiful this morning. And, you know, we would love for you to join us this morning on this walk, on this Mashaya towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Maybe you've heard the story of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Maybe you've heard the Musibah of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. But let us not forget the captives of Karbala and their Musibah and their journey. The Musibah of Imam Sajjad, the Musibah of Sayyidah Zainab sallallahu alayha, that even after Karbala, after many were slaughtered, that they had to walk towards Kufa. They had to walk towards Sham, paraded amongst the people. And then once they were freed from the prisons and the dungeons of Yazid ibn La'in, they made their way back towards Karbala to bury their loved ones and to finally say goodbye to their loved ones before they went back home to Medina. Many of those people down here below are doing the same, walking towards Karbala, taking the same steps Sayyidah Zainab took towards Imam Hussain, taking the same steps Imam Sajjad took towards Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, and taking with them their hajat, taking with them their problems, their worries. Some of them don't have any problems, don't have any worries, don't have any hajat. They are going simply for the love of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein and to give him their salams.
Ahsan Sayyid Mohsin. I think we're going to go for a short break right now. Do join us, do keep watching us. Keep watching the Mashaya live on your screens. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
The Arbaeen walk is the wish of the lovers of Imam Hussain alayhi salam from all across the world. But for those of you who are unable to take a part, Imam Hussain TV is giving you a unique opportunity. A member of our staff will walk 25 poles on your behalf or behalf of your marhumin. All you need to do is to become a partner of the channel by donating just £14 or $20 a month, which will help sustain our costs and allow us to continue our vital work of protecting and propagating the message of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. You can pledge in two ways, either by visiting our website www.imamhussein3.tv/donate or by contacting us on our WhatsApp number 00447939917163. So join us this Arbaeen for you and your loved ones to be a part of the greatest peaceful human gathering on earth.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and welcome back to this live mashaya from Najaf to Karbala. We're at Mawqib, pole number 1114, bringing you live coverage of the mashaya, walking from Najaf to Abi Abdullah al-Hussein, walking from everywhere around Iraq, everywhere around the world, towards Abi Abdullah al-Hussein. Now saying that, if someone, let's say we spoke about yesterday though, someone who can't make it, they've made the niyyah, they've got the finances, but they can't make it towards Abi Abdullah for certain reasons, for personal reasons. What do you think they should do?
I mean, there's many reasons why one could not make it. Maybe there's visa complications, maybe there's other commitments to family, to work, not necessarily like a financial restraint. So for those people, you know, we discussed yesterday that they can get involved in their own community and do khidmah in the name of Abi Abdullah Hussein in their own community, whether it's like helping the homeless or do some charity work, you know, getting involved with the local Mawqib or the Husseiniya, maybe having some sort of majalis, you know, maybe some sort of awareness of Arbaeen. I know some people, they do their own walk, a small one, but their own little walk in where they live, you know, to help remind and represent the walk of paradise from Najaf to Karbala. But even more, you know, what one could do is actually to financially support a campaign for or a Mawaqib, or even an individual who maybe someone who has the time and maybe the energy and the need to go towards Abu Abdullah Hussein and the need to do the mashaya. Why not, if you can't make it and you have the money, why not sponsor someone to go on your behalf? Or someone.
That reminds me of?
Go ahead.
That reminds me of the Imam Hussain Development Relief Foundation.
Yes.
We have the 1 million water cups every year. The small Iraqi water cups that you see, the small water cups, why not donate that money towards that foundation?
Yes.
Provide water for the Zawar. If you can't sponsor someone, if you can't walk towards, donate a small amount of money, whether it's £20, $20, €20, donate it towards the charity. And provide water for the Zawar of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein. Every time that thirsty Za'ir walks towards Abi Abdullah and drinks water, inshallah the ajr and thawab goes to you.
Definitely.
So why not sponsor the Zawar of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein? Why not donate money to the Imam Hussain Development Relief Foundation? I think that's a very good idea.
I sent them. I mean, you've probably seen the adverts on our channel, on Imam Hussain TV, where, you know, it's a water campaign, and it's as little as £1.20. £1.20 takriban what? $2, $2.50, and it gives a whole box. You know, about 20 to 30 cups of water, which the Zawar drink. Sealed.
60 cups.
60 cups.
Yeah. So you're having. So imagine with one box with £1.20, or let's say with $2, you are providing water for 60 of the Zawar of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein. Imagine one of those 60 just lift their hand in dua for you. They just lift their hand, and we know the dua of a gharib towards you is more accepted than the dua of someone that's close to you.
Yes, definitely. And let's not forget that Abu Abdullah al-Hussein was thirsty when he was martyred. Let's not forget that the camp of Hussein was deprived of water, which is arguably a human right, a privilege that we shouldn't be needing to fight for. That unfortunately millions are fighting for around the world for clean water. Here at the walk between Najaf and Karbala, if you can't come, you can donate towards such a campaign like IHTV, and you can provide water for the Zawar, who most certainly need it. I know yesterday in the heat, I needed water. I needed constant water to drink. And alhamdulillah, people like yourselves who can't make it, you know, towards Najaf and to walk towards Karbala, inshallah, you guys can get involved. So just because you can't be here doesn't mean you can't participate in this campaign, cannot to participate in this memorious occasion of Arbaeen, of people walking from Najaf to to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. And speaking of Najaf, I mean, we were there a couple of days ago in Najaf, and Najaf, it has such a special place in the heart of all the mu'mineen. I mean, it is the burial place of our grandmaster, Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. And how convenient and how beautiful is it that the walk towards paradise starts with Ali ibn Abi Talib, and how beautiful is it that our deen starts with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, and it's cemented with Amir al-Mu'mineen, and then we go towards the Dome of Najaf, the Golden Dome of Najaf, mashallah. We go there where, you know, Amir al-Mu'mineen is buried. Minhal, what is your experience with Amir al-Mu'mineen?
Beautiful. You're talking 2 weeks before the Arbaeen, which is quite a long time if you ask me, because
Definitely.
people usually come 5 days before.
Yeah.
You're talking 3 days before they start the walk. They get to Karbala on the Arbaeen or the night before Arbaeen. And you're talking 2 weeks before the Arbaeen, and you see Amir al-Mu'mineen's shrine is packed out. You're talking people waiting outside the shrine, just waiting to come in. Security are having to, for health and safety measures, of course, having to stop people from going in, waiting for others that are inside to leave so that they can let people through. As in, I don't think I've ever seen Amir al-Mu'mineen at such an early stage in Muharram and Safar be so busy with Zawar coming towards him and starting the walk from his shrine towards his son's shrine, Abi Abdullah.
This is my, alhamdulillah, this is my 4th year. And inshallah, you know, I can come back if I'm invited year after year. And I'm telling you, this was the busiest I've ever seen the shrine of Amir al-Mu'mineen. And we were, what, takriban 10, 12 days before Arbaeen. So majority of people haven't even started their walk. Majority of people haven't even arrived to Iraq to begin the walk.
I remember you telling me, Sayyid Mohsin goes to me, it's not going to be that busy. It won't be that busy. And I walked out, I said, Sayyid, what are you talking about? Sayyid, I think I'm going to die here, you know. I'm going to get claustrophobic. He said, and you said to me, look, I'm just as surprised as you are. It's never been that busy. Alhamdulillah, that's tawfiq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That you're having so many people just finding it in their will, in their power, to just go, to just come towards the land of Iraq, go towards Amir al-Mu'mineen, start the walk from Najaf towards Karbala al-Muqaddasa.
Najaf being such an important role for us Shia Muslims. And you know, if you take it back to Karbala, you know, the Masa'ib of, say, the Sakina, the daughter of or Ruqayya, as some refer to her, the young daughter of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, when the Umayyads, when the Umayyads came to attack the camps of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, they came to attack the women. There was a little girl who was asking for help. They said that there was a historian, a journalist, someone who keeps records of the wars and what's going on. He came to her and she said, who are you with? Are you with us or with the enemies? And he said that, no, I'm not with either of them. I've come to put out the fire on your dress. And she and he helped her. And then, you know, the young girl said to him, do you know which way is it to Najaf? Can you point me in the direction towards Najaf? And he said, well, why? What do you have in Najaf? Why do you want to go to Najaf? She goes, in Najaf, my grandfather, Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib, is buried in Najaf. I want to go to him. I want to complain about what the people have done to me and my family and what they have done to my father, Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Millions today are flocking in towards Najaf. Millions are traveling towards Najaf to Amir al-Mu'mineen to go send their salams, to ask permission to walk towards his son, Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Millions. And you know, it's even though it is Najaf, even though Amir al-Mu'mineen has his own masa'ib, he has his own struggles, his own tragedy, you know, being struck on the head in Masjid al-Kufa by that mal'oon Ibn Muljim. How touching and how sad that we go to Amir al-Mu'mineen, we send our salams, and it's like, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, we haven't forgotten Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, we know your status, we know who you are, but with your permission we want to go visit and do the ziyarah of your son.
Do you know what's so beautiful? You mentioned that, and you mentioned the story of Sayyidah Sukaina alayhi salam. You find that, from my opinion, in my humble opinion, that whenever I remember Wadi Salam, I remember Sayyidah Sukaina alayhi salam. Because she says, I want to complain to my grandfather, I want to be at his comfort. And you find that one of the riwayat, that why so many Muslims, not just Muslims, Christians, Jews, get buried in Wadi Salam, is because Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen in your grave will provide you with that sense of peace and comfort. That when you're buried there, he's there next to you. Your soil is touching his soil in some way or another. And he will provide you that peace. He will provide you with a bit of support when Munkar and Nakir come into your grave, when they question you.
MashaAllah, it's amazing how the mu'jiza of Amir al-Mu'mineen doesn't stop at the haram. It doesn't stop at his grave. It actually it dispersed throughout the whole holy land of Najaf. And mashallah, that we've walked past Wadi Salam, the biggest graveyard in the world. Almost a million graves, I believe, in that. It's as big as a small town in London. Wadi Salam. It is absolutely huge, and it's nice that the route towards the walk towards Pole 1 goes past the graveyard, through the graveyard, and this is a reminder of Akhirah. Do you think, Minhal, do you believe that we all need a reminder of Akhirah in this dunya we live in today?
100%, as in no one could have picked a better route to starting from Imam Ali alayhi salam, going towards pole number 1, than to go through Wadi Salam. Why? Sayyid, some of us have come on this walk to laugh, to joke, to kill time, to just walk the 1,450 poles. But you find that it's more than that. This reminder, this walk, is a walk that is not only peaceful, but it reminds you of the hereafter. It reminds you of your life. As in, what are you doing to please the Ahlul Bayt and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What are you doing in your life to set a footprint on this earth? What are you doing to be remembered on this earth? And I think that's why it's so important that we walk through Wadi Salam. We look at the graves and we read Surah Al-Fatiha for everyone buried there.
Definitely.
Because, I don't know about you, Sayyid Mohsin, but for me, when I'm in Wadi Salam, I have a different feeling. I have a feeling that my soul is cold. That, that I'm alone. And I think that's one of the most important feelings someone needs to have. And some of my personal experiences, as in only from Amir al-Mu'mineen towards pole number 1, is around 2.5 hours. Now in that 2.5 hours, you do walk, you do talk, and I kind of forgot the whole meaning behind this walk. But I think around pole 200, I saw one thing that had me silent for I think the rest of the journey, which was pole 200 around, I'd say 3-4 a.m. I will never forget this. I remember just hearing a loud bang.
Oh wow.
Just a loud bang.
What happened?
I thought it was an explosion, but it wasn't. 2 cars had hit each other. One was trying to get away from a pedestrian crossing the road, but it didn't get away fast enough. And it had hit the woman and threw her a few poles down.
Wow.
And I remember everyone on the Mashayikh just ran towards this woman. They just ran towards this woman to try and help her, waited for the ambulance to come. She sadly passed away because of the speed of the car. But that just had me silenced from pole 200 until here, until the rest of the Mashayikh, that listen, Allah's sending you a message. Allah's sending you a message that this walk is a walk to remind you of the status of Abu Abdullah when he died for you. The status that there would not be more than 20 million people walking from Najaf to Karbala had it not been for the death of Abu Abdullah, had it not been for the blood spilled by Abu Abdullah Hussein alayhi salam.
MashaAllah, I mean, it's a tragic story to hear. And I mean, these things do happen where we're not careful enough or we're not aware of our surroundings. I just want to assure the viewers and assure those who are coming that this is maybe a one-off occasion.
Definitely.
It wasn't even on the Mashayikh, it was on the main road.
It was on the main road.
For those of you who actually come and have been, you know that there's a Mashayikh walkway path, then there's a bit of gravel, there's a bit of earth, then there's a road, and there's a bit more earth, and then there's another road going in the opposite direction, traffic going in both directions. So it's away from the people. This lady was away from the Mashayikh and crossing the road. And it's tragic and unfortunate. But, let me ask you this, Minhal, a personal question. Would you want to die in any other way than on the Mashayikh of Abu Abdullah Hussein?
Oh, definitely not. Definitely. I mean, except if you were to tell me die in Salah, then I'd say, yeah, I'd rather I'd die in Salah. But if I'm walking towards from Najaf to Karbala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to take his amanah, then what better way? I've got Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen on one side, and I have the Shuhada Abu Fadl and Imam Hussain on the other. What better way to die? But yeah, I mean, as the viewers can see, I'm sure they've seen a few clips here and there of our cameraman standing down there, that this pathway is purely for the mashayikh, not for cars, not for taxis, not for, you know, motorcycles. It's purely for the people walking. It was purely created for the people walking from Najaf towards Karbala. There is a different separate road that is separated by, I'd say, 20, 30, 40 meters of gravel. So if that's what you're worried about, this woman was crossing the road on the other side. She wasn't on the mashayikh.
And on that note, we're going to take a short break. Inshallah, we'll join you after. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
و سقاهم ربهم شراب و یعنی دم هیئت چایی روزه می نوشم دم هیئت چایی روزه الله چون می شوم خمار به یه ناب می زنم چون می شوم خمار به یه ناب می زنم این جامعه با همه اصحاب می زنم این جامعه با همه اصحاب می زنم حافظ تو دمز باده شیراز می زنی من دمز چای روزه ارباب میزنم من دمز چای روزه ارباب فدات آقا فدات آقا جونم فدای چای روزه هات آقا فدات آقا فدات آقا جونم فدای چای روزه هات آقا فدات آقا فدات آقا جونم فدای چای روزه هات چای روزه ها شراب سلسبیله چای ریز روزه ها نوح و خلیله چای روزه ها شراب سلسبیله چای ریز روزه ها نوح و خلیله آره راست میگن شفا ته پیاله است دست عالم به سماور ذخیره دست عالم به سماور ذخیره دارد سماور تکیه جوش میکنم دارد سماور تکیه جوش میکنم با قلقلش برای تو چاووش میکنم با قلقلش برای تو چاووش میکنم جانم فدای سینه زن تشنه‌ات حسین وقتی که چای روزه تو نوش میکنم وقتی که چای علی فدات آقا فدات آقا جونم فدای چای روزه ها علم تو مادرت گذاشت رو دوشم روزت رو به هر دو عالم نفروشم
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Imam Hussain TV's live coverage of the Mashayikh here in Karbala. Millions of people have traveled from around the world to be on this walk. Millions of people have traveled to Najaf, to Amir al-Mu'mineen, and then to walk towards Arbaeen al-Hussein. Many people have left their families behind, their work behind. Many people have traveled far, have been through, going through different destinations. I myself had to stop in Beirut before I came towards Iraq. Many people are stopping via Jordan, via Turkey, via Oman, and coming towards the holy land of Iraq, and coming towards Najaf, and then starting their walk and procession towards Arbaeen al-Hussein. Joining me is Minhal. Minhal, we were talking about Amir al-Mu'mineen.
Yeah.
What sort of personal relationship do you have with Amir al-Mu'mineen?
The shrine of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, I think trying to understand his life, trying to understand the situations that he went through, is what got me into this position in the first place. Is what actually brought me towards being, trying to show the message of Amir al-Mu'mineen, trying to show the true message of Islam towards the millions of people watching in the world today. For me, I can't help but shed a tear when I visit the grave of Amir al-Mu'mineen. I can't help but just think of the situations that he went through, yet he remained patient. that patience was fully embodied in his daughter, Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam, on the day of Ashura, and even in her lifetime. So the relationship I have with Amir al-Mu'mineen is one which is quite emotional. Quite emotional, because I can't go to Amir al-Mu'mineen and just stand there and not notice anything. No, I have to, like, a tear just comes down.
I think what's important with Amir al-Mu'mineen is that we recognize his status. Now, his status, let's be real, is of such high value that we won't be able to really completely understand who Amir al-Mu'mineen is, asliyan, as in who he is and what he represents. But one thing that I always like to remind myself and like to turn towards is that he is the wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala,
definitely.
that he is the successor of the leadership of the Muslim Ummah, that he is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's representative on earth and the first after Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi. And you know, in a way, for us to go and do the ziyarah of Amir al-Mu'mineen, if any of you guys go to the ziyarah of Amir al-Mu'mineen, you kind of reconnect and you know, you kind of give your allegiance to Amir al-Mu'mineen, and you kind of, like, you know, recognize the wilaya of Amir al-Mu'mineen, that who he is, that yes, there was that day on by Ghadir Khum, the pond of Khum, that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, he's coming back from his final Hajj, and he told the people that those who have gone ahead, bring them back, tell them to come back, and those who are behind, let them catch up. Now, why Ghadir Khum? Why such an area? Well, strategically, it was an area where loads of pathways kind of met.
Yeah.
So it was like a big junction. Like today, we would say it's a bus station.
Yeah.
You know, because there's so many pathways leading towards different areas of the country. So I asked my teacher, why would the people who live in the south want to travel north towards Ghadir Khum and then travel back? It doesn't make sense. Shouldn't they just gone from Mecca southbound? And he said, no, reason being that this was Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, and he had already mentioned that this is my final Hajj.
Yeah.
So people wanted to spend as much time as they could with the Holy Prophet and make the most of, you know, their time with the Holy Prophet. And as you can see over my shoulder, millions are making the most of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein.
Yeah, definitely.
And Amir al-Mu'mineen today, and many are traveling from Najaf to Karbala, you know, to rekindle that allegiance and to re-establish that wilaya in their hearts. So going back to Ghadir Khum, Ghadir Khum being like an oasis, like a pond, there's trees there, there's some water, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi wants those who are ahead, come back, and those who are behind, catch up. And then he orders for them to take the saddles off the camels and the horses and to build a stage.
Yeah.
And on that stage, he goes up on that stage and he gives a khutbah, he gives a long sermon. And at the end of that sermon, he establishes that the successor, the walaya, the khalif, بعد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله is Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib. And there's no doubt. Now, I mean, I know, you know, you have friends who are not of the Shia faith. I know you get involved in debates with those who are not of the Shia faith.
Yeah.
And we discuss with them and we talk with them. And you know, there's always this, you know, notion that the word Mawla doesn't mean master, it means friend, or it means, has another meaning. But I tell my viewers and my brothers and sisters that please, if you can get a hold of the khutbah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, it is clear as day, as the sun shining on my face.
In my eyes, right in front of me.
It is clear that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, he discusses his authority over man and over the Muslims. He discusses his position as a prophet.
Yeah,
and then he tells the people that after me is Amir al-Mu'mineen. After me, Amir al-Mu'mineen is the Khalif. Ali ibn Abi Talib is the leader of the Muslim Ummah. And then he discusses the qualities of Amir al-Mu'mineen. He discusses the traits of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Coming on to the traits and the characteristics, which one of those kind of sticks out for you when it comes to Amir al-Mu'mineen?
I think one trait that always sticks out to me, that I think I will never forget, Sayyid Mohsin, is when Amir al-Mu'mineen says, before I do anything, I see Allah before it. I see Allah in it, I see Allah after it.
MashaAllah.
That for me is one of the most powerful and beautiful lines I've ever seen in my life. Because for you to be able to take an action and see Allah before it, see Allah within it, and then see Allah after it, spontaneously, without even thinking about it, is what puts Amir al-Mu'mineen far above anyone that surrounded him, for me.
MashaAllah, for me, I mean, there's many stories of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Let's start with his birth. Where was he born?
Kaaba.
Inside the Kaaba. MashaAllah, who else can you be born? And you know what our elders used to say, like the scholars and our elders in Pakistan, they would say, millions of people face the Kaaba to pray. Millions of people are on their knees with their hands up like this, doing dua, Ya Allah, I have this hajat, I have this mushkila, I need this in my life, I want that in my life. So many people around the world, millions are going and so many are doing the tawaf around the Kaaba. So many people, have you ever seen prayers in Saudi, in Mecca, in Masjid al-Haram? As soon as the prayers finish, they run to the doorstep of the Kaaba, they put their hands on, they kiss the Kaaba, they touch the Kaaba for barakah, and they have all their hajat, they have all their prayers. If you have a question for me, where's the answer going to come from? From me. Now I ask you, if you have a prayer or a dua or hajat towards the Kaaba, where is the answer going to come from? From the Kaaba itself. And millions have put their dua towards the Kaaba, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has answered their du'as, and only one thing ever came out of the Kaaba, which is Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So him being born in the Kaaba, and the narrations say that when he was born, he had his arm covering his eyes because of the idols around, and people tried to remove his hand from his face, but they couldn't do it because of the strength of this baby. And it was until Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi picked up Amir al-Mu'mineen. The same way a young Rasulullah was picked up by Abu Talib alayhi salam. The same way, you see how the favor was returned. Abu Talib raised Rasulullah, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi raises Amir al-Mu'mineen.
Do you know what's so amazing? I remember one time I saw this and I heard this, and it's always been in my mind that no matter how much you try to destroy our shrines, but there's one thing you can never destroy: the birthplace of Imam Ali alayhi salam. You can never destroy that. It's the Kaaba.
MashaAllah.
You can't touch, because unanimously Muslims agree that the Kaaba is a holy site.
Yes.
We all agree that you have to go there for Hajj, you have to go there for Umrah.
Naam.
You will never destroy the birthplace of Imam Ali. And what better place to do your dua than at the birthplace of Imam Ali alayhi salam.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Coming back to Amir al-Mu'mineen, like, you know, there's so many characteristics that stick out for me.
100%.
I mean, there's, you know, his patience.
Yeah.
There's his knowledge, his wisdom.
Strength.
Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa says, I am the city of knowledge, and Amir al-Mu'mineen is the gate towards that knowledge. There's also where Amir al-Mu'mineen says himself that, you know, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi opened 1,000 doors of knowledge to me. And with our discussions and our lessons, each door had another 1,000 doors behind it.
SubhanAllah.
You know, and Amir al-Mu'mineen was able to, like, you know, captivate and also, like, to learn all of this knowledge. And we have, you know, his works with Najr al-Balagha, we have seen his eloquence in the way he speaks. Just a quick, a little story or something I want to mention. Some people don't know this, but there is a khutbah, it's a famous khutbah, it's available online, where Amir al-Mu'mineen uses words that don't have a nuqta.
That don't have a
Nuqta.
okay.
For example, you have the ba with the nuqta at the bottom. Yeah. You have the ta with the 2 at the top. The jim, the kha has a. Basically, the story goes.
There's a khutbah without.
Yeah, with no dots. Basically, the story goes that Amir al-Mu'mineen was walking in the masjid, and 2 people were having a conversation. They were like, I don't know any Arabic words that don't have a letter that has a dot on it. Whether it's ba, ta, tha, jim, kha, za, ba. You know, they're like, I don't know any. And Amir al-Mu'mineen overheard the conversation. He got on the member and he gives a khutbah. And every single word he uses does not have a nuqta on it.
SubhanAllah.
This is the knowledge of Amir al-Mu'mineen.
Doesn't have a dot on it.
Doesn't have a dot on it. It's available online. You can get it. For those of you who do English, it's available on al-islam.com. It's available on there, that whole Arabic sermon.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. أحسنتم سيدنا.
Furthermore, you know, with his knowledge, we have, you know, one of the most beautiful things that Amir al-Mu'minin has left behind for us is the famous dua, which we recite every Thursday night.
Dua Kumel.
Dua Kumel. And inshallah, you know, this Thursday coming up, I think today's Thursday, more?
Yeah, we've
Thursday.
lost track of time here.
Yeah, Thursday. Inshallah, there'll be Dua Kumel in Najaf. And we just want to say that, you know, for all those, last point, you know, that inshallah, you can join us here in Karbala. But, you know, begin your walk with Amir al-Mu'minin. Have that niyyah to come.
أحسنت.
The Arbaeen walk is the wish of the lovers of Imam Hussain alayhi salam from all across the world. But for those of you who are unable to take a part, Imam Hussain TV is giving you a unique opportunity. A member of our staff will walk 25 poles on your behalf or behalf of your marhumin. All you need to do is to become a partner of the channel by donating just £14 or $20 a month, which will help sustain our costs and allow us to continue our vital work of protecting and propagating the message of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. You can pledge in two ways, either by visiting our website www.imamhussein3.tv/donate or by contacting us on our WhatsApp number 00447939917163. So join us this Arbaeen for you and your loved ones to be a part of the greatest peaceful human gathering on earth.
I'm interested in the Arbaeen, you know, the walk for Imam Hussain.
What are you most looking forward to,
Being on the walk, seeing the shrines, which look absolutely fabulous. The shrine, obviously, of Imam Ali as well as Imam Hussain, his son, Imam Abbas. Meeting the people on the walk and just generally being part of it.
Just that I can just carry on living right with my cancer.
Where's the energy come from?
Upstairs.
Yeah?
It must be.
Mine, they say this is the place where miracles happen. Do you believe in miracles?
The Arbaeen walk is the wish of the lovers of Imam Hussain alayhi salam from all across the world. But for those of you who are unable to take a part, Imam Hussain TV is giving you a unique opportunity. A member of our staff will walk 25 poles on your behalf or behalf of your marhumin. All you need to do is to become a partner of the channel by donating just £14 or $20 a month, which will help sustain our costs and allow us to continue our vital work of protecting and propagating the message of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. You can pledge in two ways, either by visiting our website www.imamhussein3.tv/donate or by contacting us on our WhatsApp number 00447939917163. So join us this Arbaeen for you and your loved ones to be a part of the greatest peaceful human gathering on earth.
الحجة سمع للحجة. هذا حالي قصتي طبعت بداية. هذا حالي ليش ما يفنوك فيا. هذا حالي قصتي طبعت بداية. هذا حالي ليش ما دفنوك فيا. هذا حالي دمعتي بخدي عزيتها يا ابو فاضل يا ابو فاضل. ما نخيتك ويا مشتاقت لك ياك ما نخيتك. خلقة صارت بالمخيم واعتنيتك. خلقة صارت بالمخيم واعتنيتك. قبل لا اوصل لك وصلت منيتك.
The Arbaeen walk is the wish of the lovers of Imam Hussain alayhi salam from all across the world. But for those of you who are unable to take a part, Imam Hussain TV is giving you a unique opportunity. A member of our staff will walk 25 poles on your behalf or behalf of your marhumeen. All you need to do is to become a partner of the channel by donating just £14 or $20 a month, which will help sustain our costs and allow us to continue our vital work of protecting and propagating the message of Ahlul Bayt alayhim assalam. You can pledge in two ways, either by visiting our website www.imamhussein3.tv/donate or by contacting us on our WhatsApp number 00447939917163. So join us this Arbaeen for you and your loved ones to be a part of the greatest peaceful human gathering on earth.